everybody. Welcome to Murphy High School here on the Maroon Devils Network as we're getting ready to kick off in the annual rivalry game between our Maroon Devils and the Murphy Bulldogs here at David Gentry Field and Bob Hendricks Stadium on the banks of the river over here in Murphy, North Carolina. Beautiful night for football. The weather is just fantastic. I'm Gary Ayers along with Coach Toby Burrell. Rod White is off having a good time this weekend. That's all I can tell you. But he always has a good time. I think that's Coach White's motto, live and have a good time. But Coach Toby Burrell, it's good to be here. I think, we have a big challenge in front of us here tonight with these Murphy Bulldogs.
Well, as always, it's always going to be that way. Every time these two teams get together, you can basically throw the records out and see what happens because they're going to get after each other from the start.
Oh, no question about it. And before we get to the game itself, as you know better than anybody, it's been a very busy week for athletics in so many arenas for the Maroon Devils. We've had soccer. We've had outstanding play by the volleyball team, for example, playing in Cherokee at the tournament there. So it has been a busy week, basically with something every day.
Yeah, it's been that way the whole fall season, but it's starting to wind down a little bit now, and winter's starting to crank up. Practices have begun for the winter sports, and conference championships are being done for the other sports. Golf, for instance, the women's golf team finished the second round of the conference tournament on Tuesday, and they ended up finishing second overall to Cherokee. Yeah. So a great score by our girls. Lola Collins ended up in the top 4 or 5, and she's all conference for that. And she will advance to regionals, and I believe our girls will as well. But a great, strong showing by our Lady Devils on the golf course over 9 holes. So I'm pretty sure I couldn't shoot a 52 over 9 holes legitimately without cheating some, and they do that legitimately. So kudos to them for a great showing over there. And then, as you said, a busy week for volleyball.
Yeah.
They won on Tuesday against Andrews in the first round of the playoffs. They're the 3rd seed. Andrews was the 6th seed. They won that one 3-0 and then moved on to play Hayesville Wednesday night in the semifinals. Hayesville's the 2 seed. Swain's the 3 seed. Hayesville has 2 wins over Swain during the regular season. And the Lady Devils pull off the upset, so to speak, 3-1. And move into the championship game to face the defending champion, Cherokee Braves, who are 20-1 on the season.
Wow.
And, Gary, this is what astounds me about the whole thing is Cherokee has lost 1 set in conference play all season. Guess who that was to?
Our Lady Devils.
That's right. And so to preface the championship game last night, it ended up being 3-2 Cherokee in a real nail-biter. It was a great night of volleyball for Swain County, that's for sure. But the Lady Devils played extremely well. They've got some momentum going into the playoffs. Coach Sale and her staff have done an excellent job in getting her team prepared to play. And mentally and physically, they had a great week all the way around. And then on Thursday, we also learned the Arizona Blankenship had been named the runner of the week for last week by ncmilesplit.com.
All right.
In all classifications. And that was for her time in the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament, where she won, again, as a champion. The Lady Devils won, defending as champions. They have this week off because of the weather pushback that the state rolled out.
Right.
And now they will have regionals next weekend.
Next Saturday.
Yep.
At Katua?
Yep. So be prepared for that. Come on out and watch that one. It'll be a dandy. And then the state the following week. Also on the men's side, Carl Baird ended up winning the conference championship as well, while the Maroon Devils ended up finishing second overall to Hiwassee Dam.
Yeah, 3 points, I think?
Yeah, it was really close.
Wow.
Carl had a great run. Just a great season for him so far, and look forward to what he's going to be able to do moving forward as well. So big week for those guys. Don't know how soccer did on Wednesday. I haven't heard that one yet, but on Monday they won. So, again, in conference play, they've done a great job getting off and into the action, so to speak, as we cruise along. They've got about 2 weeks left in their season before their playoffs start.
Okay.
As we said, Lady Devil volleyball playoffs will start on Monday or Tuesday. Brackets will come out this weekend, so stay tuned to the North Carolina High School Athletic Association and Max Preps for those brackets to come out. I believe, Gary, that the Lady Devils will have a home game.
Yeah, they've had a great regular season and a strong finish in the tournament against Cherokee. And, if you follow volleyball, Cherokee had a great season last year, as you mentioned, losing eventually, I think, to the defending state champion, Polk County Wolverines. And so that's how good, and that tradition at Cherokee is really strong.
Well, for every bit as good as the Smoky Mountain Conference is in football, they are in volleyball as well. Whoever wins the Smoky Mountain Conference is going to be a favorite to go down a long ways in state, maybe even state championship material. The Lady Braves have been ranked number 1 in the West almost all season.
Wow.
That hasn't changed. They're still there at number 1, so they'll have all of their games at home. So our friends from up the road at Cherokee can catch their folks in action right there at Cherokee Central throughout the playoffs. And like I say, we'll just wait and see what happens. I don't want to go out on too much of a limb, but because I haven't researched it very much, but I do believe that we will have a home game.
Yeah, I think you're right because, again, the state, when they make the brackets, they recognize the tournaments after the regular season. They recognize the regular season. And I think the top 3 teams, Swain, Hayesville, and Cherokee, obviously Cherokee and Hayesville, will have some home play.
I agree. I think Robbinsville should be at home for their first-round game as well.
Yeah.
It's an extremely strong conference. It's bore out by the Max Preps rankings in the West that in fact, is the case. So we hope that will continue here. Here at the stadium tonight, we want to let you know, as you're watching this on Monday, we have to let you know that we are abiding by the agreement we have with Murphy High School and their athletic program and the Smoky Mountain Conference in not carrying this contest live. So that's going to happen some. We apologize for it. We tried to explain that to you in the very beginning, but I know it's frustrating when you're sitting there on Thursday hoping that they're going to let us do something live and you're going to be able to see it live, but it's just not going to be the case. But we will be back. Don't know about Cherokee. We've not heard from them on next Friday, so we'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Yeah.
But we do have a bonus game coming up, Gary, that we'll be able to bring them, our fans at home. The November 1st game is now Madison.
Yep.
And the November 8th game, which is that extra week the state gave us, is going to be Robbinsville.
So those are 2 good home games. We saw, talking about Robbinsville, they really played Murphy tough last week as Murphy won 14-7. So Robbinsville, it seems, is getting better here in the latter part of the season.
We kind of expected that, to be honest with you. They're a seasoned bunch over there, and they've got the direction going up, if you will. And,
they do.
We've got captains gathered at midfield now. We're going to have a coin flip here to see who's going to get the ball first.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Soneris and Drew Skaggs, and is that Big N-Say Uford out there?
It is. We've got some breaking news on him that we want to share with our folks, too. He was named to the East-West All-Star Game, the Coaches Association All-Star Game this past week. So congratulations to N-Say. That's a very prestigious honor to go down there and do that.
Oh, not many players from the western part of the state get to play in that game.
Yeah, not just Swain. Well, you said it right, the western part of the state. As you might guess, it's predominantly centered around the middle of the state. For obvious reason of the big schools. It looks like Swain has won the toss. And
one captain I left out because he's got his jersey on. That's number 16, Drew Cody, of course, with his arm still in a sling with that collarbone injury. And it looks like we're going to receive the opening kickoff here.
Yep, it'll be Bulldog football first as we open things up here with the Maroon Devils and Dogs almost set to do battle. Appreciate you joining us even on a delayed broadcast.
And we want to explain to people that, again, is not our decision. That decision is out of our hands, so we'd love to bring it to you live, but that's not our call. It's the decision of the home team.
And it's totally controlled by the athletic departments and the conference as a whole as well. And we graciously do what they ask us to do, and always have.
And we hear in the background, that's a sound of J.R. Carroll with his 1st and 10 Bulldogs trademark call that we've heard for years, unfortunately. But they honored J.R. on the pregame here, as now the press box is forever known as the J.R. Carroll press box, and very deserving.
I agree, very much so. nobody is more associated with their school in the conference than J.R. Carroll is over here with Murphy and what he does for the Bulldogs all the way around.
Yeah, he's, of course, his kids went here, and, he's a Bulldog through and through, bleeding black and gold, just like we are with the maroon and white. But our maroon and white will be on the road next week at Cherokee, and then the final 2 regular season games, as you mentioned, Coach Burrell, we have Madison County coming in, and then we'll finish off the regular season with the Robbinsville Black Knights. And I tell you, Robbinsville has been on a roll. They've won 4 out of the last 5 Smoky Mountain Conference championships. Andrews won the other one in 2022, but Robbinsville's had a pretty good run here.
Well, Bulldogs took a leg up on this year's by going 2-0 last week against the Knights.
Yep.
So they need to win out here and to be conference champions, and I know they're hungry for that because, as you just mentioned, it's been a pretty good run by the Black Knights here over the last few years for all of us.
Yeah, Murphy's last championship was in 2018, but right now they're the only undefeated team in the league, 2-0 in conference play. Then we have Andrews, Robbinsville, Cherokee, and Hayesville all at 1-1, and our Maroon Devils at 0-2 in conference play. But boy, this would really turn around the season for the Maroon Devils with a win here tonight.
Absolutely. So the Devils will kick it first. You see there,
Yep.
Brendan Lanning lining up to kick. And the Bulldogs will go on offense first, where they've been very prolific this year.
Oh, boy. Have they ever. Matter of fact, talking about Murphy, they're averaging 32 points a game. Cherokee's averaging 31, but they're only giving up 19 points a game, which is second to Andrews in points allowed. But, yeah, Murphy's getting it done on both sides of the ball.
No doubt about it. Onside kick to start with.
And the ball is still bouncing around. I'm not sure it went 10 yards.
It didn't go 10. It stopped 9 yards. We were there to recover it, but it stopped 9 yards out and didn't go any further.
Right at the 49-yard line. So, unfortunately, it was almost a great way to start the game for the Maroon Devils, but now Murphy will take over first down and 10 right at midfield. And
their quarterback, Gary Brady Grant, he's a junior. He's passed for 700 yards this season.
Yeah.
One of the more prolific passers we've seen this year.
He really is, as you mentioned, averaging 100 yards a game. And they're going to run to the left side, and nothing new there. That looks like, as they all untangle, yeah, that's going to be number 2. That's going to be Will Shore, a senior, and he's had a pretty good season. Will has rushed for 411 yards. That's second only to their main man, a true sophomore, talking about Cameron Clem. Almost 700 yards rushing.
Maroon Devils did a good job of stringing that play out over on this side with Drew Skaggs. Now we'll go to the air with the Bulldogs straight downfield.
Oh, it's intercepted. Great catch down there. Intercepted.
Glaspie with the catch on about the 14. He's headed back upfield to the Swain sideline, weaves his way in and out, and is finally brought down by the Bulldogs.
Outstanding play. And again, he has that speed and quickness. Talking about Zeke Glaspie. And that pass was well thrown, but Zeke just made a great play.
Zeke had inside position, stayed with the receiver right in the hip pocket, as they call it in the pros in college, in phase with him, running with him, and turned his head at the right moment and made a great play on it, and it'll be 1st and 10 Maroon Devils.
So an outstanding play. And talking about their quarterback, he hasn't thrown. That is only his 5th interception of the entire year. So he hasn't. Oh, we got a flag down?
We got a flag.
It looks like somebody might
Did we
have.
break the huddle with too many men?
Yeah, it could be an illegal substitution.
Couldn't have been delay game. I think we're going to use our timeout instead of breaking the huddle to save the penalty.
Yeah, so timeout for the Maroon Devils. Fans, stay tuned. We got a lot of football coming up. We're just getting started. We'll take this timeout, and we'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. The Maroon Devils take over 1st and 10 after the Glaspie interception. And we throw it out to the left side. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Starting at quarterback is going to be John Stevenson here tonight. Trying to get it out there in the left flat.
And that's a fumble.
Uh-oh, wow.
That was a backwards pass, a fumble, and it'll be a loss of 4 on the play, maybe 5.
Yep.
So 2nd and long now for this Maroon Devil offense.
2nd and 15. You're right. That was thrown backwards, so that was a free ball. Thank goodness for the Maroon Devils it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of backing up in the wrong direction. This time coming out wide to the right side is going to be Corey Stillwell. Maroon Devils with a wing on the right. Bulldogs now with 4 men up front on defense, with 3 linebackers out there trying to plug the gaps. And they get to Stevenson. He fumbles, and this time Murphy has it. I believe that's going to be Will Shore, number 2, coming up with the football coach, and that's not what we wanted to see.
No, it sure isn't. It'll be Bulldog ball on the 27 of Swain, 26 and a half, if you will. And I believe the Devils switched quarterbacks on that play, Gary. I think that was Owen Medlin in there running the option.
So, man, that was a tough, loose football. And again, Will Shore, one of their leading rushers. And
it looked to me like the Bulldogs broke the huddle with 12 players. 35 was in the huddle and ran off over here, but no call.
Yeah, that should be a penalty. And this time they run to the left side, down inside the 20. There's a penalty flag.
That's a hold.
So that's going to be coming back as they try to run Cameron Clem over there. And again, sophomore and their leading rusher. And it is going to be coming back.
It's a hold on the Bulldogs from right at the 26, almost the line of scrimmage. And so it's a 5-yard hold.
Wow, you're right. That's one of the shortest holding penalties I've ever seen.
I could have swore holding was 10 yards.
Yes, so did I, unless they called it where the infraction occurred. But 1st and 14 now for Murphy. Got a man in motion. They turn and hand off and run to the right side. And the Maroon Devils make a good stop over there.
That's Andreas Cicernos sniffing that out from the beginning and really creating some havoc in the backfield for the Bulldogs. And he had some help cleaning that up, but he was the initial contact on that.
You know, our defensive line coach has actually played some good football lately.
Absolutely. They're the strength of this team. At line and in the middle right there, it was almost curious to see how they would handle it passing, and that's the first play that we've seen that. And that should be Kenyon Nichols over there with the catch. He was drugged down by Colton Schuler.
Yep, Colton Schuler over there.
So 3rd and manageable for the Bulldogs.
They need about, we're going to call it almost 7 yards to go. 3rd down at about 7. And they're not afraid to throw it. Most of the Smoky Mountain Conference teams are ground-oriented, but Murphy not afraid to put it in the air. This time the quarterback is going to be under center. Again, talking about Brady Grant. He turns and hands off, and they run to the left side, try to cut it back up the field. And got only a couple of yards. Again, on the carry this time is Cameron Clem, their go-to guy who's 6'1", 190-pounder, and has a lot of speed.
That was Houston Hornbuckle coming up to make that play. Houston's in at linebacker there, along with Colton Schuler on the inside. And he came in and made that play. Great stop for a couple of yards. It'll be 4th and, 5?
Yeah, 4th down and 5. Bulldogs out of the shotgun now with 3 wides. Got a man in motion to the right side. Here comes a jet sweep. And there comes almost a big tackle, but getting loose and getting the first down inside the 15-yard line is going to be Ryan Payne, who, again, is one of their leading receivers, but he really got a big first down.
That was huge first down. He was hit behind.
Yeah.
And would have been Maroon Devil ball, but they couldn't hold on to him. He squirmed his way down to the 12 for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10. I hope we don't hear that too much tonight.
There's the first one.
So now from the 12-yard line, Bulldogs will have their quarterback under center again. He's been in the shotgun and under center. Now they switch the receivers over strong side left. Maroon Devils 5-man front. Clem tries to kind of pick his way down inside the 10-yard line. Got about 3.
Schuler again on the tackle there, come in at the ankles.
I tell you, he's a heck of a freshman.
Yeah, he's getting some solid experience. There's no doubt about that.
good running back, and again doing a good job on defense here as now Murphy has 2nd down and 7. Split backs behind the quarterback. Again, Brady Grant under center this time. Only one man wide. Now a man comes in motion to the left side as Grant rolls to that side, has pressure, has to go to the other side, and there's a wide open field, Coach, and he goes all the way in, I believe.
They're going to call him down on the 1.
Wow, he's close.
Yep. Didn't get the Maroon Devil on that tackle. Looked like Hornbuckle and
wow, that's close.
Graham, maybe.
I mean, that's inside the 1 yard line, Coach, and now it's 1st and goal.
7:40 and counting here in your first. So it'll be a couple of turnovers by each team, and the Bulldogs have kept it in Maroon Devil territory here, looking to pay it off.
So now the Bulldogs line up with the split backs behind the quarterback, and now the quarterback just runs it straight ahead. Only needed a foot, but he gets in the end zone, and that's Brady Grant. Grant on the season has scored a lot of touchdowns. That's his 3rd rushing, and he has 7 touchdowns passing. And the Bulldogs take the first lead here with 7:23 to play in the first quarter, and they'll try the PAT. Coming on is going to be Jerry Bowie. He's 13 of 15 on the year in his PAT attempts.
Low snap picked up there
and
by the holder.
And it's going to be good. By the way, that's a new kicker. Jonah Hedden is in for Bowie on that kick. But as we go to a break, Murphy draws first blood with a 7-0 lead. And the Maroon Devils will get the ball when we come back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. An onside kick by Murphy. And unfortunately, Coach Burrell, that one went 10 yards, and the Bulldogs got it.
Yep. So, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
So now the Murphy Bulldogs.
Hold on. The officials are pointing in a different direction, and they got the ball. It's going to be our ball. I'm not sure how.
So right on the 50-yard line.
Didn't travel 10 yards.
So they've got the nose of the football in Murphy territory. So I guess they are saying that it didn't go 10 yards. And so both teams have tried that in the early going and came up basically a yard short. Now they actually move it into Murphy territory at the 49. So it did not travel the required 10 yards. Maroon Devils, everybody in tight. Got a double wing set over here offensively, and the quarterback just goes straight ahead. And he's going to pick up about 4, almost 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, Owen Medlin on the carry. He got a read at the line of scrimmage right there, Gary. That's something the quarterbacks in the Veer offense have always done. They have a read on how the defense is lined up and what they can get, and if they're told if they can get 4 or 5 to do it. And you may remember from state championship year that Michael Watson did that against Williamston.
A lot.
Yeah. And so that's what happened on that play. Now it'll be Medlin directing the show at 2nd and 6.
Got receivers stacked over here on the right side. And again, Owen Medlin in at quarterback. And he's going to go the kind of the same play, basically. But, boy, Murphy is all over this one. Coming up on the tackle is going to be Charlie Graves, a senior.
Well, you can see what happened on that one, Gary, is he was reading the veer to his right, and they got penetration.
Yeah.
And as soon as he felt the penetration, he went the opposite direction so that he didn't get knocked back into the backfield.
That's it. So he avoided a loss.
Yes.
And so now we're looking at 3rd down and 5 at the 44-yard line of Murphy. Maroon Devils looking for our first down here in the first quarter. Right now with 6 minutes to play, Murphy up 7-0. One man in the backfield. And under center, got a man in motion. There's Medlin, turns and hands off. And Coach, we're very close to a first down.
Yeah, Barker's got that. He's out but past the first down marker. So Rocky Barker on the straight veer dive. That time Medlin tackled, but he was able to get it to Barker.
So good play. Down at the 39-yard line. First down and 10 now. Maroon Devils trying to answer back as we had a turnover, and it led to a Murphy Bulldog touchdown. That's the difference in the game here in the first quarter. This time the Devils have Corey Stillwell coming out way over here on the wide side. And we got a man in the wing over there. That's Zeke Glaspie. Now the quarterback turns. He started to go one way, as you mentioned, Coach, and now goes the other and picks up positive yards.
Yeah, that was a misdirection play, quarterback keep from the beginning. He's trying to sell them on them going to the wide side, and he goes back to the short side. And good job by Owen to pick up another 4 or 5 yards there on first down.
Yeah, second down now, Maroon Devils. This time again, we got Glaspie over here on the wing on the right side. Potential jet sweep kind of player.
Got an unbalanced line on the right.
Yep, strong side right. Second down and 6. Here comes Zeke in motion, gets the toss back there as he comes around the backside of the line, but only got a couple of yards as Murphy strung the play out to the short side of the field.
No fooling Kenyon Nichols over there on the corners. He stayed put on what was essentially a reverse toss sweep, if you will. Most of the motion going to the right with Glaspie going back to the left. They get a couple out of it.
So now third down, we need basically a long 3, if you will. Ball is going to be at the 37-yard line. Murphy Bulldog territory. Bulldogs now with a 5-man front. We'll see if they send the linebackers over here, and here come the Maroon Devils. And trying to get a block, but not getting enough, as there was just nowhere to go out of the backfield as Murphy had that play well covered.
Silas Stanberry on that carry.
Yep, Silas, number 5, a junior out of the backfield. Fourth down, though. Coach, as you know, we're in 4-down territory at the 32-yard line, Murphy. So not a punting situation, but we need 3. And now coming in is going to be John Stevenson. We'll see if he lines up at quarterback. John, of course, number 15 on fourth down. But it's going to be, again, the quarterback under center, Owen Medlin. Got a man in motion again, and the handoff goes straight ahead. And we're going to be a yard shy, maybe less, at the 30-yard line. And Murphy will take over first and 10. But we were less than a yard from picking up the first down.
So Murphy gets their third possession of the game now.
Yeah. Don't forget, fans, we're going to be on the road again next week at Cherokee. Up Big Cove Road, if you will. Home of the Braves, and then we'll be home for the final 2 regular season games with Madison County and with the Robbinsville Black Knights.
Pass.
Back to throw again, and now running down the left side and being forced out of bounds. And a little push over there, but no harm done, as that's Brady Grant forced out of bounds down there by the Maroon Devils. Noah Brown, pretty good pursuit over there by the big guy.
Yeah, he's done some yeoman work over the last couple of weeks up there in the inside, playing strong. He got a good rush that time on Grant, and did a good job over on the sideline of grabbing him, but not pushing him, pulling him.
Yep.
So that he didn't go into the bench. He was kind of protecting him.
You know, a couple of sophomores right there almost side by side. Noah Brown and Aiden Smiley have been playing good football. Here come the Bulldogs. They fake one way and go the next. This time on the carry over there for the Dogs is
that's Cadence Leatherwood.
Yeah, that's going to be Cadence. Not a bad running back. 220 yards rushing, a touchdown, averaging almost 6 yards a carry.
He's short of that on this one because he only got 2.
Yeah, third down.
So he was roped up over there by Colton Schuler. It'll be a long third down.
Third down and 8.
These are the kind of situations that don't bother the Bulldogs a whole lot with their passing attack.
Yeah, they're not afraid to throw it. Again, Brady Grant back in the backfield. Fires right side. Going to be picked off. Here come the Maroon Devils with a wide open field, and it's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Devils.
How about that?
Keontae Graham.
Wow.
Come along and pick that one clean as a whistle.
And nobody in front of him. I mean, nobody. He had that whole side of the field open, and obviously rolls it in for the touchdown. It's a 7-6 ball game, getting ready for the PAT. And
wow.
I'm not sure the quarterback Grant saw that.
No, he did not. That was a great job defensively. Swain secondary playing well. 2 picks on the night already, and we're not out of the first quarter yet.
That's it. Now the snap goes back to Zeke Glaspie, and he goes in for 2. So it looks like the Maroon Devils have an 8-7 lead here in the first quarter with 2:25 to play. Fans, stay tuned. Lots more football coming up right here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Short kick, pooch straight up in the air. It's going to hit and bounce,
Yep.
roll around a little bit.
And back it to about the 30. Murphy on the return, but the Maroon Devils with good coverage down there.
That was, I don't know if we got a name on that kid or not. We don't.
Yeah. And, but again, that was good coverage by the Maroon Devils. They were down there quickly.
We'll go ahead and apologize to any Bulldog fans that we have a roster, but it's written in 6-point font, and Gary and I are both old.
Yeah.
We can't read it. So we're going with the Max Preps one I printed out in big bold type. So our apologies if we miss anybody.
Yeah.
Clem on the run. He gets outside.
Breaks a tackle.
There's a hold on the edge.
And good tackle over here.
Hornbuckle again. That was a bad hold over on the side.
No flag.
And no flag on the play. And Clem got up screaming for some type of call.
And, Coach, I've got to say one of the reasons why we can't see the numbers, this window's not exactly clean.
I don't know what you're talking about. They cleaned that in 1978, whether it needed it or not.
Murphy now with a second down. They need basically a long 4 from the 35 up near the 40. As this time again, Brady Grant going to be in the shotgun. Wow, different set here. Got 2 wide. Got a wing over there, and he hands off in the jet sweep. This time it's going to be Will Shore. And there's a penalty flag coming in.
Got the hold on Insay.
Got a holding call.
Still fought through that hold and pulled him down for a short gain, if any. But it's going to be a hold on the Bulldogs. Our coaches over the years have said that the old saying is that Murphy's going to hold the whole ball game.
Yeah, every play.
You're going to call it when you're going to call it. But that's what they're going to do. So I don't know if that's still the case or not, but so far it bears out. That's the second holding penalty that I recall.
Yeah. And that goes back to the 25-yard line this time. It's not the 4-yard variety.
Yeah, that was a little baffling. I got to figure that one out, a 4-yard holding penalty.
The only thing I can figure, Coach, is it was marked off from the spot of the foul. Well,
the flag was laying on the – it wasn't anywhere near where the flag was.
Yeah.
The flag was behind the line of scrimmage.
Go figure. So now Murphy's looking at second down at about 15 from the 25-yard line. And again, Grant's going to be in the shotgun. Got twins over here on the left side, the short side of the field. Looking, has time. Here comes pressure. He's going to tuck it down. Oh, got a man wide open at the 40-yard line. And here comes Zeke trying to chase him down. They get him hemmed in on the sideline and knock him out of bounds. But Will Shore, number 2, there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
He got passed off in the zone to the other side, and the other side person had come up to support the run. There was nobody in that zone. Fortunately, Zeke didn't let him completely go. He stayed with him, realized what was happening, and got in a pursuit angle, but not before it's a huge gain by the Bulldogs.
All the way down to the Maroon Devil 14-yard line. Again, Zeke Glaspie had a good angle and kind of forced him to the sideline, and now it's first down and 10, Murphy. So a huge pass play, again, for the quarterback, Brady Grant, who has about 698 yards passing coming into this game. He turns and hands off, and here comes Clem. He's down near the 6, almost 7-yard line, we'll call it. So he picked up about 8 yards.
And Zeke Glaspie in on that tackle. And that's not the guy we want leading the team in tackles.
Yeah, no kidding. He's had 2 big ones here back to back, but we've got to hold our own on the line of scrimmage if we're going to keep Murphy out. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter here, fans. But here's a great score at the end of one. It's Swain 8, Murphy 7, and we'll be back. Fans looking back, second down. The Dogs need a short 3, if you will, trying to pick up this first down. They've got to get down to the 4-yard line. Bulldogs, everybody in tight this time. They hand it off to Clem. He goes right up the gut. He's in the end zone. And the Bulldogs take the lead back now with a 13-8 score. And Cameron Clem can do that so well, Coach. He just kind of tiptoes, if you will, up to the line of scrimmage, looks for the gap, and then kind of almost explodes through it.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was any kind of hole there.
No.
And then all of a sudden he just wove his way through that.
Yeah. He's a smart guy with a football. Again, a sophomore. And one of the top running backs in the conference now for the PAT is going to be number 25 again, Jonah Hedden. Is going to be, he pops this one straight up in the air, and it's not even close. We got a penalty flag down. Penalty flag down. The holder, no, that's the kicker actually, gets up. And let's see if he was hit on the play.
The official communicating with both benches.
Yeah. So,
which is a little odd. Makes you wonder if this would be on the kickoff.
So it is roughing the kicker against the Maroon Devils on the point after try. And they're going to line up now a little bit closer and try it again.
I think they're going to stay put. Just try it again because you don't mess with kickers a whole lot.
Yeah, especially
start
on the
moving
PAT.
them around, they go a little nuts.
So now again, Jonah Hedden will try to kick it up.
And he got that one.
Yeah, this one is good. So now the Bulldogs, with just the first play of the second quarter off the clock, is now back in the lead, 14-8. And we've got a lot of football coming up. We'll be back with the Maroon Devils on offense after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Murphy with that go-ahead touchdown. We'll now again see Jonah Hedden kick it off. And we've already seen an onside kick for both teams here tonight. This one's going to be, great kick by Hedden all the way back at the 9-yard line. The Maroon Devils will return it, and it's going to be Glaspie. And a good return out across the 30-yard line to the 36-yard line by a guy who has some speed, and that's Zeke Glaspie, number 6.
Well, Zeke had a great game last week.
He did.
Finished just under 100 yards rushing, but he took a beating the whole ball game. And
did he ever?
I feel for him. He was playing on all heart.
Yeah, he really was, and we were talking about that during the game. He's not the biggest guy at 5'8", 155 pounds, but, man, he didn't quit even though he was really getting
the one thing he did really, really well last week is he hit the veer lane hard.
He did.
And he's fast enough to do that and create some damage.
Here we go with the I formation this time. And here's Zeke around the right side, and he did some damage. He's out near the 43-yard line. Picked up about 6, almost 7 yards on first down.
I tell you what, one of the best things about the Maroon Devil offense tonight is first down plays. They are getting positive yardage, setting themselves up with second and third manageable situations, whereas in the past we've seen a fumble or a penalty, something that put us behind the sticks from the get-go.
Yeah, we've had a lot of false start and holding penalties. Those have really hurt us this year. We especially saw that, I think, in the Andrews game. We just had drives that got pushed back time after time, and the official stopped the clock. Now it gets it rolling. And Owen Medlin heads over to the sideline.
He's going to go straight over and get the call. He's not going to mess with any signs or signals.
And we're going to have to hurry because the play clock's down to 5. Going to have to hustle to get this snap away. Down to 2, down to 1. And we did get the play off.
And we fumbled it.
And we might have gone too fast, and now Murphy has the football. So, Coach, unfortunately, that situation where we had to rush the play as the play clock was about to go to 0 cost us the football.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt.
It really does. As we've talked about this, when you're playing the better teams, you can't afford to turn the ball over, and we already have done that twice. Murphy has one as well, but
there's other than the pick six have not been as bad. The one to Zeke, although it was a good one, was really just a punt.
Yeah. So now Murphy comes, they fake the handoff, and no, they do hand off, and there's again running all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Again, it's going to be, looks like
Levengood, isn't it?
That could be Levengood, or Leatherwood, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was a fullback trap, and suddenly Maroon Devil defense is looking a little suspect against the run the last couple of drives.
Yeah, at the 24. First down for the Bulldogs now as they line up with split backs. Again, in the backfield, it's going to be Leatherwood and Mason Clem. Their top 2 backs, and here comes Clem, who cuts back inside, and he's been doing that all night and is still on his feet all the way down inside the 5-yard line. And, Coach, we talked about this. He does not explode up to the line. He just kind of gets up to the line and floats, and then he finds an opening and jumps through it.
On that one, he strung it out to his right, and we had 3 defenders on his outside shoulder, and he cut back inside where there was a seam created by them over pursuing, and he got a big gainer out of that one.
Yes, he did. Now at the first down and goal at the 5 for the Bulldogs. Quarterback under center. Here comes Clem again. This time we stop him short of the goal line. There's some good play inside. And again, that's is that Drew Skaggs and Houston Hornbuckle. And Schuler.
And we got a flag on the play. Let's see what that is.
So now holding call against the Murphy Bulldogs.
Another one of those 5-yard holding penalties.
Well, they put it down at the 10. Now they're going to pick it up and move it. Looks like for a total of almost 10. Almost 10 at the 14. Not sure what kind of math they're using down there.
I am not a smart person. They are confusing the devil out of me. That's working.
Oh boy! At the 14-yard line. Murphy back with the football now. It is first down, but they can't get a first down. They've got this is first down and goal from the 14. Man in motion. Brady back to throw. Has plenty of time.
He's going back the other way.
Plenty of time.
Man wide open.
Throws it in the end zone, and it's going to be overthrown. He tried to hit Ryan Payne down there.
That's their leading receiver, and he just could not hold on in the back corner of that end zone.
On the year, Payne 20 catches, almost 400 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. And one of those, Coach, as you know, went 78 yards earlier in the season. So he's kind of a big play guy, averaging 20 yards a catch, and that's pretty impressive.
We are at the 9:55 mark here in the second period of play.
Got a man in motion. And Grant turns and hands off. And, wow, the Maroon Devils really arise to the play on this one.
That's Uford again.
Inside with a big tackle.
For a loss of 2.
Houston Hornbuckle helping out, and but Insay doing a good job. I tell you, he's just a great young man. I mean, he does a good job in the classroom, plays hard. This time, going to bring up third down and goal. Brady back to throw again. Looking. Here comes pressure. Now he throws on the one and basically throws it away. Wow, there was nobody really in that area as a receiver, so now Murphy's going to try a field goal.
That was a good job by Grant to buy himself some time, and that play has worked for him, Gary. Him rolling left and then coming back to the right's where they got their big plays out of. So the Maroon Devils doing a better job sticking with their players back there instead of letting them go like they did on the big game.
So this is a 33-yard field goal, pretty much in the middle of the field. And, man, with plenty of leg, the kick is going to be good. So the Murphy Bulldogs That is only the second field goal they have hit this year, but they knock it through, and now the Bulldogs have a 17-8 lead with 9:14 to play here in the second quarter. More football coming up from Murphy after this. Fans, welcome back. Again, Jerry Buey knocking that field goal through, his second of the year for the Bulldogs as he kicks it high. And it's going to be returnable. There again is Zeke at the 15, 20, 25 up the middle. He's got some room and carries all the way out across the 40-yard line. And I tell you, if anybody on the Maroon Devil team has big play capabilities, he's one of them.
Well, that's twice now. He's come with just that close to breaking one.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Special teams play on the kickoff returns have been good. And, the opening play wasn't a bad one. It just died 9 yards, 1 yard short of us being able to recover it.
And then the same thing happened to Murphy.
Yeah.
Theirs died.
That was only fair.
Yeah. So now the Maroon Devils an outstanding field position. And as you know, Coach Rod White talks about this, Coach Burrell, field position is so big.
It is huge. And first downs have been huge.
Right now at the 41, Maroon Devils. Owen Medlin under center, split backs. Right behind him, turns, and he's going to run that option and carries himself. And he carries out near the 50-yard line for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, that's all over midfield and real close to the Maroon Devil first down. Medlin read that all the way. The outside guy dove down on Glaspie, thinking he had it. Medlin pulled it, turned the corner, had running room. Big gainer.
It really was. Second down now and a short 2. Again, at quarterback, Medlin, a sophomore, 6'3", 180-pounder, and has been running the football well with that veer option. And now the Maroon Devils line up one back behind Medlin. Got a wing on each side. Let's see what's in the... Now we got a man in motion, and Medlin is going to run that option again. This time he hands off, but, boy, Murphy is all over this play, Coach, and we couldn't find any daylight.
No, that was Barker on the carry, and they had that one read all the way.
Yeah. So, they actually moved the sticks to the 50, so we have third down and 1. So, big third down play here.
Yeah, this is you got to figure at this point it's 2-down territory.
Yeah.
For the Maroon Devils to get a yard right here.
7:54 and counting. Murphy up 17-8. But the Maroon Devils have been playing some good offense here tonight. Both teams with 2 turnovers here in the early going. Split backs behind Owen. Turns, hands off to the first man through. Did he get enough? Man, this is going to be close.
He did not. He's got about a half.
Yep. From this side, Judge, he's short from where he's spotting it. So it's going to bring up fourth down, almost a yard, maybe a couple of feet here.
And Maroon Devil's been chewing on the same piece of turf here for the last 3 plays, trying to get a couple of inches. It's less than a yard at this point.
Yep.
And Bulldogs coming in with an extra defensive lineman.
And they've got some big ones.
And the Maroon Devils are going to go normal set with Schuler behind Medlin.
And double wings here. You've got to figure it's going to be a tough run. And here comes Medlin keeping the ball.
He got it.
I think he got it.
Offsides on us.
Man, so now it's going to bring up fourth down and almost 6. Yeah, false start. And that's the first one we've seen tonight. We've seen many of them over the year. But now we're going to punt it away, looks like. So coming on is going to be Brendan Lanning, who has a good leg. And dropping back for the Dogs, Ryan Payne, back inside the 20-yard line. Of course, Brendan, an outstanding soccer player for the Maroon Devils soccer team. And we're a man short. Now we get enough guys out there. Fourth down. Lanning this time, good snap. Hangs one good. It's going to be hitting and kind of bouncing straight up. Now bounces backwards, and the Maroon Devils get on it at the 26-yard line. But again, landing with a good punt.
We've got a flag.
Oh, boy, let's see
Could
what
that be
this
on
is.
us or them?
I'd say normally it's a hold on the return team, but
Still leave us short of a first down if it's 5-yard hold.
so, but yet again, I say normally, and I'm not sure what normal is anymore. It is a holding call on the return team.
So we'll go from the spot
Yes.
and be first down. So the Bulldogs will take over 10 yards further back. Instead of the 37, they'll be on the – no, instead of the 27, they'll be on the 17.
There you go. Should be.
Well, yeah, unless it's the 5-yard holding variety. Then
We've seen a couple of varieties of that tonight.
Yep. Here we go. 4 to 5. Oh, it's a 10-yard variety. Nope, it's 8.
Yeah. So it's going to go back to the 17. You were right the first time.
Does he realize it's not his steps, it's actual yards?
Yeah, I don't think his steps are measuring a full yard. Here we go. First down and 10 Bulldogs. Looks like most of the guys in tight. Grant fakes the handoff, fires to the right sideline. It's going to be Leatherwood with the catch, and he's knocked down. As he picks up the first down by the Maroon Devil defense again, there's the freshman on the tackle, Colton Schuler.
Also, Keontae Graham over there to help corral him at the sideline. It's going to be a first down. We heard JR announce it already. So they don't have a choice once he does that.
Oh, man. He's made his fame.
6:20 and counting in the second quarter of play here.
Bulldogs with a man in motion again, but they hand off
trap
to the fullback. It's going to be Leatherwood, and he picks up about 4, maybe 5 out to the 32-yard line.
Houston Hornbuckle and Drew Skaggs in on that tackle for the Devils.
And, Coach, I've got to say, here in the first half, I know it's 17-8 Murphy, but this is one of the better first halves we've played all year.
I agree.
All year.
I agree. It was a great job getting a field goal out of that last possession down there that Murphy had.
Yeah.
Good defensive stand. And for just having one huge play.
Here comes Cameron Clem again, and he spins out of a tackle and got the first down near the 40.
Boys, you're going to have to tackle him.
He is uncanny with the way he moves with the football inside the tackles.
He's going to be a handful for the next 2 years.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore. He has speed. We haven't seen him use it. But
I hope we don't.
No kidding. Yeah.
I just see him do that, then run in the open field.
But the way he maneuvers inside the tackles with all those guys around him is, I'm not sure you can coach that. He just has that instinct. First down and 10, Murphy at the 40. And again, Grant rolling to the right side. Cameron Clem blocking. And Grant going to be out of bounds. And we have a couple of guys on the ground, but everybody's okay. No flag.
He gained a good 5 on that scramble.
Yes, he did. And again, talking about Grant, he's not afraid to run it on the season. He has run it for 22 times for 120 yards, averaging 5.5 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns. So he can run the offense, and unfortunately, Coach, we're going to see him again next year.
Yep.
Only a junior. A lot of these kids on both teams. So we're gonna see him again. Here comes Clem again. This time we stop him. He had no gap to run through.
He did not. And that's Skaggs, Brown, and Ufert collapsing from the other side. Skaggs and Ufert are just playing basic stand-up ends in this defense, Gary, with 3 down linemen. So you got a 5-man front. You could call them linebackers if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But they're standing up on those edges trying to keep anybody from getting to the outside like that play where Skaggs was able to collapse on it and Ufert didn't get blocked. He collapsed all the way down the line of scrimmage and was in on the tackle.
So now 3rd down and 5, Murphy at their own 45. Got twins out to the right side this time, a wing on the left. Grant is going to be in the shotgun. Has plenty of time, fires right side, got his man right on the sideline for a first down at the Maroon Devil 48-yard line.
Boy, Insay needs to get a new jersey. He had that one ripped off of him on the hold.
Wow.
Didn't get called, though, and Grant's able to connect on that pass.
Yeah, you'd think with a jersey ripped off, that's a pretty good sign.
It was so blatant, he actually looked at the official like, really?
Pass complete to Ryan Payne down there, and we talked about this earlier. Payne, their leading receiver, 20 catches, almost 400 yards coming into this game. First down and 10. Dogs just into Maroon Devil territory now. Here comes Payne in motion. They hand it off to him. He's got some blockers out there, but the Maroon Devils blow the play up, and he has to reverse field and basically gets back to the line of scrimmage. And again, so many guys up on the line really shut that down.
It's going to be tough for either team to run outside. Their defensive lines are doing a great job of stringing things along, holding up the block and reading the play, and making it really hard. We got a flag on this? What's the deal?
Hey, I'm not sure. The officials looking at the sideline. One of our coaches.
There you go. Now we get a hold.
Yep, there it is. And
I don't see the flag.
I don't either. That was kind of a delayed call almost. Very interesting. This one's going to come all the way back to the 43.
That's more
First
than
and
10,
20.
isn't it? Okay, I give up. I'm just going to report the facts, y'all. That's all I can do.
So Murphy now with a first and 20, 4:09 to play first half, 17-8 Murphy lead. And now they run the clock, and now Grayson Hall, number 12, decides to line up over there on the slot on the left side. Grant's going to be in the shotgun. Rolls, looks right, has trouble. Now rolls and looks left, fires, and wow, making a great catch again. Is that Payne or is that? It looks like Ryan Payne.
Well, that's got to almost be part of their playbook to get something going one way and then him reverse out and go back the other way, thinking that if it's a zone you're going to drop somebody like we did on the big play. But that time the Maroon Devils staying right with him.
Yeah, well, he had double coverage.
Yeah.
And man, I tell you what, when Payne caught it, he got stuck.
Yep. And that's what you want to do. If they catch it, don't let them get anything after the catch.
Second and 15. Now Twins on the short side of the field over in front of the Maroon Devil fans. Here comes a jet sweep to the right side. It's going to be Payne with the football. Got blockers in front of him down to the 46-yard line and chasing him all the way across there.
Inside.
Yeah, is that inside? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
59. I keep looking for a 69. That jersey, again, kind of rolled up. But
he rolled. Well, it's because he's getting ripped off of him. He rolled out of that hold and was able to chase the guy down from behind.
Good play by Insay Uford. Now 3rd down and 9. Well, the Devils could use a stop here.
Got to figure it's 2-down territory.
Yeah.
For 2:40 and counting, the Bulldogs still have 3 timeouts. Maroon Devils only 2.
So now it looks like one receiver just wide on the left. Leatherwood the only back. It's going to be Payne in motion. They fake to him. Grant looking, rolling, firing right in the middle of kind of a zone secondary coverage. Schuler coming up on the hit of Ryan Payne.
First down.
Yeah. He's the go-to guy. And it is going to be
well, this side official already motioned for it, so I don't know what they're waiting on.
Yeah, the head referee now signals it's first down Bulldogs.
He's getting aggravated with the chain gang. Let's go.
Yeah, come on, move it. Roll the clock. He's giving the clock signal, 2:17 and counting.
That's a 2-minute warning almost.
Yeah.
Although you don't have that in high school.
Yeah, the college game implemented that, and now we got a whistle. We've got somebody moving, false start, Murphy. Yeah. But, so many rules, change at the NFL and collegiate level, and it's you never know from year to year.
Well, second and long, or first and long.
Yeah.
That's not been a big deal for the Bulldogs tonight. They've got lots of stuff in their playbook to get that.
They can throw, they can run. They're pretty balanced offensively. Split backs behind Grant again. This time it's going to be a man in motion, but they hand off. Oh, and there's a great misdirection play by Mason Clem again. They start one way and come back again the other way.
Uford gets that one. We got a timeout Bulldogs.
Yep.
With 1:42 before the half. And how many did he get on that?
He got a bunch of them back. It's going to bring up second down.
6.
Yeah, about 6. And
we'll keep it here and let you know that volleyball playoffs will start this coming week. We're airing live on Monday. So stay tuned to all the Maroon Devil Network to get your information on what the Lady Devils are up to this week. Soccer will resume again next week on regular schedule. That's Monday, Wednesdays, and I believe they are away on Monday. I'm not 100% certain. Also looking forward to next weekend being the cross-country regional championships at Katua.
Yeah.
And Lady Devils, of course, heavily favored in that one.
Yes.
And ready to move on to that the next one and see if they can extend that state championship streak.
Yeah. And, it took me a while to learn what Katua was. And for you folks like me who are old, it's at the old Ferguson Fields at Governor's Island, the old Ferguson Dairy Farm. But what a great venue.
It is. It's beautiful. I think the other teams love to come and run there.
I think you're right.
And it's great to be able to do that.
Second down now. Murphy with the football. Got Payne in motion. And they turn and hand off again. Same play. They like to run this misdirection. And it's going to be Clem, and he's short of the first down.
That's Graham, and 68
Yep.
is Hunter Williamson in on that tackle, and I believe they got a first down out of that.
Yep, the sticks are moving.
119 and counting before the half.
And as you mentioned, the Bulldogs have a couple of timeouts left, I think. So now first down and 10, 17-8 Bulldog lead. Grant rolling to throw. He's got a man with a step down there, and it's going to be, wow, it's going to be interesting to see. They did not throw a flag, but coaches, a lot of times when the defender has his back to the pass with his arms in the air, sometimes they'll throw the flag on him because
it's almost automatic on the next levels.
It really is. I mean, almost automatic because they say he's not playing the ball, but no flag.
Great defense.
Yes. Good
Broken
job
up over there by, was that Stillwell or who was that?
Let's see. He was over there, but also over there was Zeke.
Okay.
Zeke Glaspie over there and had his back to the ball. And, man, that's a scary play for a safety or a corner.
Under a minute now with 54 seconds left before the half. Bulldogs can afford to run the ball again and be able to call a timeout if they choose to.
And here they go. They're going to run it, and this time they fake to Cam.
It's a fullback trap.
And there's, again, Leatherwood on the carry, and now the Murphy Bulldogs use a timeout as they're going to have it, looks like third down and about 4 at the Maroon Devil 21-yard line, we'll call it.
They might get to test their kicker's range here in a minute.
Yeah, he has
53.6 left, and the Bulldogs only one timeout left, right?
Yes. And Bowie has had 135-yard. I think his last one was about 33. So pretty good range, even though he's only kicked 2 this year. He's hit them both. And we're talking about guys with legs. Of course, Brendan Lanning has a good leg in his own right, but we put one of the greatest kickers ever into the Hall of Fame last week with Mr. Nick Zimmerman. Man, could he kick a football?
Absolutely, and I know Rod has said many times on broadcast what a weapon all of those Zimmermans were in kicking the football, and Nick certainly no exception to that rule. He could either give you a touchback or pinpoint where you wanted that ball kicked, and boy, that's a weapon.
It is.
When you can do that on a kickoff and really pin the other team back in their own territory.
Yeah, Coach said he made me look good. Third down and 4 here. Dogs now switch sides. Got the strong side left. Split backs. Turn and hand. No, they fake it to Clem, and here comes Grant on the quarterback keeper. Around the right side, he's got a blocker in front of him. Down inside the 10-yard line, still on his feet fighting. And finally, the Maroon Devils get him out of bounds over here. But, wow, he put up a scrap for those yards.
He sure did. He got down to the 10. Not sure where that stands, but 42.7 seconds left. He gave the signal to keep the clock running.
He did.
But it stopped currently, so let's see what's going on because he was tackled inbounds.
Yeah, there were a lot of people around him, and it's going to be placed at the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal. Now the head referee trying to explain it to head coach Joseph Watson down there, and I think they're going to use another timeout. Yeah. Coach Watson not happy with things right now.
What the explanation boiled down to is when I blow the whistle, the clock's going to start. Do you want a timeout? And yes, I do.
Yes,
and that's their final timeout of this half at 42.7, and it is 3rd and 4.
Well, I think with the run, I think they're going to give them a first down at the 10 with that first and goal, I think, unless they move it.
You're right.
Unless they move it, which
might happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
But it is good to know that our Maroon Devils Network is going to be on the scene next week with volleyball. And I tell you, those girls are just getting better, it seems like, every game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They played a great tournament this week.
They did.
And what a time to get hot.
That's it.
It's the best time of year to be playing well.
Yes, it is.
So let's see what they can do. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do for you in terms of bringing the game. That's still a North Carolina High School Athletic Association sanctioned event.
Oh, that's right. Good point.
They control the rights to that, and so I'm not sure what we'll be able to do. But trust me, if there's any way possible to bring it to you, we're going to bring it to you.
That's it. And, a lot of people don't understand sometimes we can't, but it's not because we don't want to.
Yep, or aren't willing to.
That's it. So here we go. Split backs again behind the quarterback, talking about Brady Grant. He wants to throw, has pressure.
They got it. They
got the holding call. Grant throws it away. I mean, there's nobody back there, but he just avoided a sack, and this is going to cost them 10, we think.
They tackled Insay. That's right where the flag is at, too.
I'll be honest, Coach. I think Insay gets a lot of that.
He does.
And I'll go ahead and say this. I know he's a senior, but if he decided he wanted to play at the next level, I think he's capable of doing that.
I agree. And on top of that, he emerged last spring as one of the premier shot and discus throwers in the state on any level.
Yes.
And so he may have his choice of what he wants to play in college.
And I think just in chatting with him, saying he's just a super, super young man, I think he would not mind to compete in field and track at the collegiate level.
I think he would enjoy it.
Yes.
And he's going to get better and better.
He's dynamic, no question. He won the shot put by several feet. It was not even close.
So from the 20 now.
Grant back to throw. Here comes pressure. Sets up the screen on the right side.
Good job by Keontae Graham. Keontae having a game, man.
And no timeouts.
20 seconds and the clock's still running.
They're in.
They got to try
mode.
to spike it with 2 second down. Get everybody set here.
And they do. They spike it.
So 14.9, and now what Coach Joseph Watson's got to decide is, do we have time for one more play to try to get it in, or are we going to try to kick? Here comes the kicker. So they're going to go ahead and kick it now.
And this is going to be no gimme. They're going to spot it, I think, at about the 30 or – no, wait a minute. Now they move up.
It's going to be a 39-yarder.
That's
38.
That's no automatic field goal at the high school level or any other level for that matter.
For some reason, the play clock's not running. So it just now started, which is crazy.
Will short a hole, and again coming on to kick is going to be Jerry Bowie. He's 2 for 2 this year. Good snap, good hold, and, man, he's got the distance.
No good.
And it's going to be no good. Wide.
Short to the right.
Yep.
The clock's still running. Now it stops with 6 seconds left.
So we'll probably get the ball, hit a knee, and go to the locker room. But, again, it's been a solid first half, 17-8, Murphy in the lead. But we've seen some good play.
We'll try to get some stats for you at the half and see what we end up with and come back to you. Right before the start of the third on this one, Swain's going to take over on the 20.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, Coach, we'll just see our guys hit a knee and take it to halftime.
I formation.
Yep. Got a couple of receivers on the field, and there is the knee, and that's probably the wise thing at that spot on the field. And that's going to take us to halftime as both teams head to the halftime locker room. Murphy up 17-8, but a heck of a first half here. And as I mentioned, Coach, I think is probably on both sides of the ball the best half I've seen all year.
Well, I hope they can stack another half on top of it here and get some momentum going. They had some stuff going really well for them offensively in that first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and hopefully they'll be able to get back to that here in the second half and be able to do some things offensively that will take Murphy's offense off the field and give us a chance to score as well.
Amen. You said it so well right there. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back. We're, of course, bringing you this broadcast by delay, and we'll be back to get that second half underway after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Getting ready for the second half here from Murphy High School. And Coach Burrell, I know the first half didn't look good on paper as far as the number of yards we had in that first half. But I think our effort and, for the most part, execution looked pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you, the big difference was the number of plays run by each offense. The Maroon Devils with only 13 plays. Murphy, I think, by our count, 37. Somewhere thereabouts. Yeah. And that's a tough recipe right there. You're going to have some big plays if you're only getting 13 offensive plays. And so the Maroon Devils really, to start the second half, need a sustained drive just to get things going, to give their defense a little bit of a break. I know we played both ways, but you're playing defense the whole time.
Yeah. It
gets a little old. You get a little tired. You're chasing people down.
Yeah. And that time of possession is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And so Murphy's going to kick it off. Again, Jerry Bowie is going to be kicking. And back deep is our man with good quickness talking about Zeke Glaspie. And let's see what Bowie does with the kickoff.
I don't think Murphy had enough players on the field. Maybe they got too many now.
One of our up men are going to take it at the 21. Back out and kind of slides and kind of lost his footing there just before he hit the 35-yard line. So, again, on the return over there is going to be Silas Stanberry. So we get the football in still pretty good shape here to start the third quarter at the 34-yard line. Not bad at all.
No, good field position here.
Yeah.
And offense had some good things happen to them in the first quarter especially. Second quarter possession era went all towards Murphy, to be honest with you.
It did.
So the Maroon Devils need to kind of get the ship righted again here and get some things moving forward, get some good first down plays, and get a drive.
Owen Medlin at quarterback turns and hands off, and boy, we kind of broke a tackle, but Murphy had so many guys, as you can see on the screen, around the football.
And that's Zeke losing the helmet.
Yeah, so he'll have to come out of play.
They're going to give him 2 yards.
And that's probably generous, at the 36.
We could have used that on that 4th and 1.
Yeah, no doubt. So now it's going to bring up second down and almost 8 to go. Maroon Devils, of course, right now looking at Murphy with a 4-man front.
Boy, we got some big splits on this side with Insay and Brown.
Maroon Devils with a power left. We run.
Medlin kept it.
Boy, not much room there again on that right side of the line. So now it's going to bring up third down and still about 7. So the Maroon Devils need to come up with a good play here, Coach, and stay on the field. Again, when you're playing defense so long, it is what you were saying is so right. It just wears you down.
Yeah, and you're chasing the whole time, having to think how to defend, what part have I got to defend, where have I got to be. Unbalanced to this side with Ufert, Skaggs, and Brown all on the side closest to you.
Wow, that's it. Power left. Got a man in motion, and we run to that left side, and wow, we got nothing. Coming up with a big tackle was Janthony Gooden, number 71, and he just blew that play up, and now we got a punt.
Yeah.
So now the Bulldogs will drop one of their dangerous guys back. Talking about Ryan Payne, their leading receiver, and a dangerous guy with a football. Ryan Payne.
Last time they kicked away from him. Let's see if they do the same here.
Not a bad idea. Landing with the punt. Good punt. End over end. Payne's going to have a chance to return it. Drops it. The ball is on the ground, but Murphy gets it back at the 33-yard line. Diving on it is going to be number 30, Chandler Nurnis. And, wow, that was a dangerous attempt at the punt return there, Coach. And when that ball, it's like it hit the front of his shoulder pads and bounced out.
Yeah,
so,
that's the end-over-end ones are tough.
They are.
You got to step up there and catch it, because if you don't, it's going to roll forever.
Yeah, you're right. So now first down, Bulldogs with the football, their first possession here in the third quarter. They lead it right now, 17-8, 9:19 to play third quarter. And they've got split backs on the backfield. Now they switch the receivers to the right side. Got a man in motion. He gets the football. They run around to the wide side of the field, but the Maroon Devils do a pretty good job stretching that play out over there. And again, Zeke Glaspie is over there to lead the charge.
Well, they brought enough thunder that time to get Drew Skaggs hooked. They've not been able to hook him tonight to get outside of him. He keeps things strung out, but that time they brought an extra man in to get him, and he could not get around them. Linebacker filling is Houston Hornbuckle, and he was getting there, but it was a little slow. This is Houston's first game at middle linebacker, so he's having to adjust on the fly.
That was Murphy's Will Shore who carried, and now they're going to hand off and a play they run all season long, but the Maroon Devils stopped Clem right there in the gap.
Cicernos and Hornbuckle on the play. Just
good
calmed
job.
up over there is a good term for it by Brown.
Yeah.
Noah Brown doing a good job holding his point of attack, and they couldn't go anywhere because of it. So Brown checks out now as they go to more pass defense look here on third and long.
And Noah's not a small guy either. Good size over there. Third down and about 7 now. Bulldogs Grant back in the shotgun.
Oh.
Boy, inside almost got him with a big sack. Now Grant steps up. Still can't find anybody, and he's going to be caught from behind.
Smiley pulls him down from behind.
That's staying after a play.
I tell you what, sure is. That was good pursuit by the Maroon Devils, who started with Insay Ufert chasing him out of there.
Yeah.
And he ran him right to Aiden Smiley.
That is good pursuit.
Good movement by the quarterback to get out of that, and then Smiley catches him from behind.
Yeah.
So great job by the Maroon Devil defense to get off the field. 3 and out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Brady Grant never saw him coming from behind. And
they will punt here with Dalton Farmer.
Yep. And back deep, of course, is going to be Zeke Glaspie. He's going to be returning punts tonight. Normally, that's Corey Stillwell back in there. Line drive punt. This is going to be hard to handle. It bounces straight up and probably, oh, boy, the ball is loose now. And the Maroon Devils get on it. But, wow, that's probably the right decision there, Coach.
I think it hit one of our players.
It did. Zeke let it go, but it bounced back. And one of our players inadvertently touched it.
Yeah, I think that was Obadiah Darnell, number 22 there. On the kick return, the ball hits him, and then Silas Stansberry comes in and recovers it, fortunately for the Maroon Devils, who take over again on their own 34 here.
Yeah, so Murphy all around the football, but the Maroon Devils avoid that turnover on special teams. First down now, the Maroon Machine with the football. Just shy. They're right on the 34. Got Wing over there on the right side. Murphy still with a 4-man rush. Of course, they bring the linebackers some. Now we got a man in motion. And Medlin is in trouble. He kept the football, and wow, he got hammered behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Bulldogs are just selling out on every play now.
Yeah, they're coming after us.
They're coming hard.
And because I think they realize most of the time we're not going to throw it, so they're really putting a lot of people up in the box.
They are, and they're charging. Everything's coming.
Yeah.
So if you bust through that first seam, you're going to go for a little ways because linebackers, everything they're flying.
Yeah, they're coming up through the gaps. And it looks like they're standing back, but once that ball's snapped, you see those guys get up there because the defensive linemen have pretty wide splits up there, especially in the middle. Medlin under center. Oh, the ball is loose. Ball is loose.
Picked up, fortunately, by Glaspie.
Man.
He picked it straight out of the air and ran for maybe a yard or two gain as it popped straight up.
Yeah, that was anybody's ball. And wow, kind of like in softball, kind of like a foul tip.
Yep.
And fortunately, we got it.
Yep.
And man, oh, man.
Another third and long.
Maroon Devils looking at a potential passing down here. Third down and 10 at our 35-yard line. Medlin is going to be under center. One back in the backfield, but everybody pretty much in tight. Nobody split wide on either side. Medlin back to throw, though. Has time. Now fires downfield, wide open down the field. Maroon Devils down inside the 15, down inside the 10. There goes Corey Stillwell, and nobody was around him.
There's the big gainer we wanted. There it was, right there. Good pass. Medlin finds Stillwell, and a big gainer for the Maroon Devils. And not to mention, they are in the red zone.
Wow, what a great play from, again, Medlin to Corey Stillwell, all the way to the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
There's a price you pay for selling out to stop the run.
And that was it.
That was it.
They gave up the big play. And again, Medlin coming in with the play from the sideline. Still plenty of time this time on the play clock, though.
Let's see if the Maroon Devils can do something here in the red zone. Back to that set with wings on each side and a fullback.
So now got a man in motion, and there's Medlin trying to cut back inside.
He dives forward for a couple there.
Camden Brazil coming in there on the stop for Murphy. So they're going to call it at the 4-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Again, Medlin now looking to the sideline with the play being sent in.
That's looks like Stanberry bringing the play in for him.
Yeah.
He's going to be the wing back on the upside. Stillwell, the wing back down here. Glassby, the only back there. Quarterback sneak. They just go straight forward over Ufert and Brown.
So let's see if they give us a yard or 2.
Looks like we got to the 3.
So now we're looking at 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Yep.
So a big 3rd down play here.
We're at 4:30 and counting in this one, and obviously a touchdown would be huge, but the touchdown itself would give us 14.
Yes.
And the extra point would put us in field goal range down the stretch if we needed to be.
That's it.
And Swain with 2 wing backs and 1 fullback again.
Medlin going to keep it around the left side. Man, he got close.
He's to the 1, I believe.
Maroon Devils lift up their hands. They want a touchdown. Didn't get it. So he's, I think, inside the 1.
Yep.
Let's see where they spot it. Oh, man. Look at that. He's a foot away from the goal line.
See if they dig in there behind Insay and Noah again on that side and just tush-push it, if you will.
That's it.
And see if they can get across. Medlin back into the huddle. 3:44 and counting. You can see it there on your screen. 4th and 1 for the Devils here from their Bulldog 1.
Power side left. And Medlin, almost lost the snap, but he tries to go forward. It looks like he got it.
He's in. Touchdown, Maroon Devils.
And a late call, but the Maroon Devils get the ball in the end zone. 17-14 now. And the point after would bring us within a couple. And as you mentioned, Coach, a field goal would be big.
Looks like the Devils are going to kick this when his landing is on.
Yeah.
To try to make it 15.
So Brendan Lanning coming on to kick. Again, a good leg. And now they
do the bucket.
Look to the sideline.
This is a 2-point drill.
Yeah, 2-point drill. Now Stevenson is in, and he gets stopped.
He doesn't get it.
He does not even get close. And so now the score will stay with 3:22 to play in the 3rd quarter. Murphy 17, Maroon Devils 14. We'll be back after this timeout. Fans, here we go. The Maroon Devils within 3 of Smoky Mountain Conference leader, the Murphy Bulldogs, as Brendan Lanning gets ready to kick it off now. And the Maroon Devils again get the touchdown. This one is going to be angled toward the right side. Coming up, Murphy drops it. They pick it up on the bounce, but outstanding coverage. And there's a penalty flag down at the 30. That could be a holding call against the return team.
And looks like Zeke. Nope.
We've got an injury.
Zeke down?
Can't tell who that is, but
I didn't get the number of who made that tackle, but it was a good one from behind there on the Bulldog 30. And that is Zeke.
Yeah, he gets up slowly. And
let's see if that penalty was on whoever was blocking him, because it was thrown in the area equal to where he was laying, and it is a hold on Murphy.
Yeah. The return team normally is guilty like 90% of the time on those punts and kickoffs.
Now, this is going to sound really strange, but Zeke's injury hurts us worse on defense than it does offense.
He had a big play earlier.
He had a huge play and the interception at the beginning of the ball game.
He did.
He doesn't make that interception, this ball game complexion could be totally different, because that was a huge gain, maybe even a touchdown for Murphy.
Yeah. I mean, they could have scored twice on those two plays. So now here's the jet sweep again. Now into the secondary. Look out. The Bulldogs will Shore, and nobody's going to catch him. He broke out into the open field, Coach, and it was a foot race, and they won.
Well, there's a hold about the 50-yard line on Corey Stillwell. They yanked his jersey up over his head, and he turned and looked at the official like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, no flag.
I'm supposed to make that tackle, but I can't.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs on the big run. That's what we were worried about, is the big gainer.
Yeah. And we were just talking about that. Zeke Glaspie out, not in on the play, because that's the play that Murphy ran to.
Yep.
And now for the PAT is going to be, again, Jerry Bowie. And holding is Shore, the guy who ran the touchdown. And the point after is good, up and good. So now the Bulldogs, just that quickly with 3:01 to play in the third quarter, have a 10-point lead at 24-14. Fans, stay tuned. Lots more football coming up from Murphy here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, here we go. Late in the third quarter, 3 minutes to play, and the Bulldogs now with that touchdown have a 10-point lead. The Maroon Devils back to return the kickoff from the 12-yard line. Back out to the 20. Up now across the 25-yard line. Silas Stanberry trying to find some room, and finally Murphy gets him corralled, and a gang tackle down inside the 25. So the Maroon Devils will now take over 1st and 10, trying to answer back and stay in this ball game here in the third quarter. But it's been a game, surprisingly a little bit, of big plays. The Maroon Devils had a big pick six. Yeah. Now Murphy runs a big touchdown. And Coach, that kind of surprises me a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't have predicted that.
So now here come the Maroon Devils with the football. And 1st down and 10 just across the 20-yard line. And we run to the right side for a gain of about 4, maybe 5, depending on the spot near the 25. The official actually across the 25 for a decent gain.
That's Zeke again, I believe. Yep, it was.
So now we'll call it 2nd down and 6, almost 7 yards.
2:28 and counting in the third period of play. In case you're wondering, both teams still have all their timeouts.
Murphy still with almost a 5-man front now defensively. They're using that stand-up defensive end linebacker. And, Owen Medlin had nowhere to go. He dropped back, and he was crushed immediately. And Murphy really came after him with those linebackers just right up the gaps. And they make us pay. And now it's going to bring up 2nd down and check that 3rd down and 7. So now the Maroon Devils looking for another, we have a penalty on the field, and it's not going to be good. It is a holding call against the Maroon Devils. So now we're going to move back, and it's going to bring up 2nd and a long way. So they're going to spot it down near the 16-yard line. So second down and long now. We need roughly 18 yards. Second down at about 18. Maroon Devils come out offensively and line them up, everybody in tight. Got a couple of wings, one on each side. Yeah, and they got a man in motion. And we run right up the gut, basically. Nothing fancy there, but a good game. And this time on the carry as they all get up slowly on the play. But that's Zeke again. Third down and 9 coming up now, so a good gain by Glaspie on second down. 3rd and 9. This time we have receivers wide left and wide right. Stillwell coming out here on the wide side of the field. Medlin in the eye. Will hand off, and this time, we're not even going to get close to the first down. At the 27-yard line, it's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to have to punt it away.
That was a gain of a couple there by Barker.
Yeah. So Maroon Devils now kind of taking their time. I don't have any idea that we're going to run an offensive play here on 4th down. The play clock down to 13 seconds. Looks like we may have to call a timeout here before deciding to punt the ball away. So kind of an interesting situation here. There is the timeout used by the Maroon Devils here with now 35 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter on 4th down and roughly 7 yards to go here. And while we have a timeout, fans, stay with us. We'll be right back. Back live here late in the 3rd quarter. 35 seconds to play. Now coming on to punt is going to be Brandon Lanning. And the Bulldogs are back to return. And this is going to be angled toward the sideline away from the return man. Goes out of bounds just inside Murphy territory around midfield. Matter of fact, they're going to spot it. And inside Maroon Devil territory near the 48, 49-yard line. So Murphy got a good spot and
no flags.
Yeah, no flags.
Just checking.
And time for just probably a couple more plays here in the 3rd quarter. And you know Murphy is now going to use the clock and try to get a long sustained drive. Keep the ball away from the Maroon Devils with a 24-14 Murphy lead. Split backs. And it goes to the fullback, and Leatherwood goes right to the ground. No gain on 1st down.
That's Skaggs.
Skaggs, Drew Skaggs.
And Brown over there.
They're pretty tough on that side of the line.
Are. That was the same play they got the big gainer on last time, and that Skaggs and Brown ate that up. Gain of 1, but that's going to do the 3rd period play. We're going to head to the 4th quarter with the Maroon Devils trailing 24-14.
Fans, welcome back here as now we enter the 4th quarter. Murphy with the football. 2nd down and 9 after a good first down stop by the Maroon Devils. And here's another good stop. Coming up with a big hit over there is going to be James Arch. And he just grabs the Murphy Bulldog runner on the play. That was Will Shore, number 2. And, man, again, basically no gain on 2nd down.
Arch made the tackle, but Drew Skaggs made the play. Skaggs stood up that blocker. Had to take 2 of them to get him on the ground, and he almost knocked the kid off his feet by falling into him. And then Arch came on and cleaned that up for a loss of that'll be a big third down here for the Bulldog offense.
3rd and 11 from the Maroon Devils' 49-yard line. Better look for Brady Grant to throw. Steps up, fires down the left sideline. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught. And we have a penalty flag down. The pass complete to Ryan Payne, and that was right over the outstretched hands of Zeke Glaspie.
Let's see what the penalty is.
That could be offensive interference.
It is. That's what they're calling offensive interference.
So apparently he pushed off at the last second. Murphy fans not liking the call, but
that was a good defensive play by Glaspie again.
It was.
The only thing that happened is he went for the ball and just couldn't get it, but apparently there's a little bit of a push there that helped him not get it.
Yep, he got pushed. And
what people may not have seen was that Grant threw that ball, but he was being tackled as he threw it. The Maroon Devils getting a lot of pressure on him. So that's going to back them up here for third down to replay it, but it should be 3rd and 20 some odd.
Yeah, it's going to be a long way.
Unless it's just one of those
4-yard penalties.
Yeah.
So they're going to move the ball back. Should be 10 at least. So 3rd down and at least 21. Boy, the Murphy fans not happy with that offensive pass interference, which is something you don't see a whole lot.
Well, they had good angles on it, to be honest with you.
Oh, this is 15 yards.
Nice. Gary, I wanted to comment real quickly on the lack of crowd that we've got here tonight for the Bulldogs. There's not a whole lot of people here on the Murphy side that you would expect for a 5-1 team.
You're right.
In first place. It's puzzling, really.
It is. I was surprised when we got here, like, where's the Murphy crowd? You know, I'm shocked by this penalty. They go all the way back to the 21-yard line.
They must have had back-to-back penalties.
So 2 penalties. Offensive pass interference and unsportsmanlike conduct.
So this is 3rd and 800 miles. They're in Andrews right now.
No kidding. I mean,
they got to go to Hiwassee Dam, too.
I mean, a long way to go.
Not saying they won't get it.
Nope. Grant back to throw, fires, got his man, and breaking a tackle, and still going on his feet. Look out. Big play capability. And again, the Maroon Devils, here comes, looks like Arch after him. No, Keontae Graham actually came after him and slowed him down. But boy, you almost called it, Coach. That was almost a huge play. It was pretty big.
Well, it puts them in position to be able to go for it if they want to.
Yeah.
Of course, they can punt and pin us back. That would be the wise thing, in my opinion. But
that's what they're going to do.
When you got an offense as good as Murphy's, the temptation's always got to be there to go for stuff, doesn't it?
It is, and they lead the Smoky Mountain Conference in offense. 4th down and 14, though, at the 48-yard line. And they're going to punt it away. And a potential returnable punt. This looks like Corey Stillwell weaving his way through, and he gets
there's
open.
A flag.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding call that's going to bring back a really nice return by Corey Stillwell.
A lot of movement over there on the tackle.
Yes.
But nothing called that we see. But there is a hold back here at the 25 on the Maroon Devils, it looks like. That's in the range for where that is. So I would assume that to be the case.
You're right. Normally, again, it's on the return team. And now they're going to figure out where they're going to spot it and mark the penalty off from. So now in the 4th quarter, 9:54 to play. Murphy up 24-14. Maroon Devils with the ball, but we're going to kind of start off in the hole here after that penalty. Stillwood had a good return. So, yeah, this is a 10-yard penalty going to put us back inside the 15 at the 12-yard line. So we've got 88 yards to go here. Plenty of time to do it. But the Maroon Devils, of course, need 2 scores to pull this one out of the fire here at Murphy.
Split backs.
Again, Medlin, the quarterback, he's been back there most all night. Under center. Maroon Devils hand off to that left side and get a couple of tough yards out to the 15.
Trying to see who the ball carrier was. Looks like Zeke.
It was Zeke. Yep.
He got 3.
Yep, 2 or 3. Second down now. We're going to need 7, almost 8 yards. But Coach, you're right. Kind of a disappointing crowd here tonight. Split backs again now for Medlin under center. One man wide left. Owen back to throw. Fires down there. He's got his man. Oh, just outstretched the hands of, is that Keontae?
Yep.
He made a diving effort for it, but it was just close.
That was a well-thrown ball by Medlin.
It was.
He had that right on the money. It's the only place it could have been without Aiden Williams over there from Murphy picking that thing off.
Yeah, he had pretty good coverage. So now third down and still about 7 or 8 for the Maroon Devil offense now. Again, 24-14. That stopped the clock with 9:12 to play. Maroon Devils needing a big first down. Otherwise, it's going to be a punt. And Murphy will take over in great field position here. Oh, we dropped the football.
Oh, no.
And Murphy says they have it, and they do. So the Bulldogs come up with a loose football on the bottom of the pile. Looked like was Jude Pinkerton. So a tough break for the Maroon Devils now with Murphy already in the red zone.
Yeah, another turnover in a bad spot for the Maroon Devils in an effort to keep this thing close and stay within striking distance. Defense again having to come up big right here.
Oh, no question. Again, we thought we would maybe have to give it back on a punt, but they get the ball even closer. And boy, Clem has nowhere to go.
And so Uford.
Woo. Mason Clem just got hammered on that play.
Well, Clem jumped to the outside like he's probably done all season long and scooted for touchdowns, and he was face-to-face with Uford, and he lost that battle for a loss of 3.
Clem coming into this game right at 700 yards rushing, but he lost 3 there. Second down and 13.
I bet he's the conference's leading rusher, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Having a pretty good year. Matter of fact, we'll check some of his stats here in just a minute. As now running to the left side, the quarterback's going to keep it, and he gets down inside to about the 12-yard line. But talking about Clem, coming in 667 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns is what's almost mind-blowing, Coach, at this stage of the year.
Yeah, I think he's accounted for 4 or 5 2-point conversions, too.
And averaging about 95 yards a game rushing for the sophomore. So now third down. Murphy still needs about a long 7.
Grant's got the play from the sideline. He jogs back in. 8:20 left in this one, so a big down right here for the Maroon Devil defense.
No doubt. Got to stop Murphy and force a field goal possibility. Murphy got a man in motion, but they're going to hand off to the fullback, and he didn't get it.
That was Uford again. Hornbuckle come in there to clean it up. Uford made the play.
And again, that is going to be Clem. So now fourth down, and let's see if Murphy tries to kick for 3. Or
a field goal would make it 3 scores, wouldn't it?
I'm afraid you're right. It would make it 27-14. Yeah, 13 points. They're going
to let it wind down here and probably take a timeout because they've got something to burn.
Yeah.
And clock burning's not a bad thing for them at this point either. And make a decision on what they want to do here. It's fourth and a for real 5.
Yes,
it's not inside 5. It's 5.
Yeah,
from the 8 or 9-yard line.
They've got to get it down to the 4, and there is going to be a timeout on the field, and the clock stops at 7:33 to play. We'll be right back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. The Maroon Devils back on defense. Murphy with the football at the 14-yard line. Or check that on the 9-yard line. They need a fourth down and 5, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Let's see if the Maroon Devils can keep them outside the 4-yard line. Clem switched to the right side in the backfield. They have twin receivers on the left side, and I believe our Maroon Devils jumped offside. And if that's no, it's going to be called against Murphy for a false start.
The head official pointed to us.
Man, he sure did. Now the line judge down here is pointing to Murphy with a false start. So they're confused. They've got to get their signal straight here. But the line judge pointed.
They're talking about it now.
To Murphy.
He did the whole time. We'll see who's going to win this.
And the referee, now they're going to call offside Murphy because the referee's going to give the line judge the call. Man, that makes it 4th and almost 10 now. They spot it near the 9-yard line. So that is a big penalty indeed. And Murphy still, they're going to line up and go for it again. Coming back in the game is going to be Brady Grant, the quarterback.
Well, a touchdown here would be the dagger pretty much.
Yes, it would.
So they're going to try to put us away right here. A field goal would stretch it, but that's not really the dagger.
You're right. Yeah, they want the knockout punch. This time they flip everybody to the right side. Split backs. And
timeout.
And a timeout is called.
Murphy.
The play clock had run out.
Did they get it in?
I think they got the timeout because the play clock's at 0, but I think they called it just in time now with 7:33 to play. Fans, big play coming up. We'll be back after this timeout. Back live on the Maroon Devils Network now. Murphy, after the timeout, looking at 4th down. And where the stick is, it says 4th down and 10. The Bulldogs have to get down to the 4-yard line for a first down. They're going for it. No field goal. Grant back to throw. Looking, has time. Now he's being chased out of the pocket. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to roll back to the right. The Maroon Devils trying to hem him in. And he's going to run out of room and now throws at the end zone. And it's going to be knocked down. Almost intercepted back there was Zeke and Corey Stillwell right in front of the Murphy receivers. But, man, Grant ran around for seemed like half an hour in the backfield.
He did. We got people all over the place back there. We got one of our guys down, and Murphy's tending to him.
Oh, yeah, he's got a cramp.
That's one thing I can tell you about tonight's game. If you're not, obviously you're not here unless we're here and watching it on Monday, but there's been a lot of good sportsmanship by both teams out there tonight and trying to take care of each other and because they were helping Corey up in the end zone just then off of that jump. So
that was Charlie Graves down there trying to help out. Is that Ensay possibly with a cramp? I can't tell. But he was trying to help him stretch it out and get rid of it. So, hats off to him. But regardless, it's Maroon Devil football now with a 7:17 to play. Still alive with a 24-14 Murphy lead. And again, looks like one of our linemen just suffering a cramp down on the field. So a timeout while they work on him.
Looks like it may be Andreas.
And, Coach, as you mentioned, got some volleyball coming up next week in the State 1A playoffs.
It should be a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing, I believe, for volleyball. And then again, we said we've got soccer, we've got regional golf coming up as well. I don't know if the pushback week is going to affect that. It probably will.
Yes. Yes.
And then, of course, we've got Maroon Devil football at Cherokee next week.
And
the Braves were up 22-0.
Yeah.
Last we heard, and of course we've got regional cross country at Katua on Saturday. That will start early, probably 10-ish.
Okay.
So make plans to go out and check that out. It really is a neat event.
It is.
It's turned into one of the really, really cool things that cross-country runners get to do, and it couldn't have come at a better time as dominating as we've been.
Oh, man.
Particularly on the girls' side in cross-country. And, thinking about it, this is probably the last home race for Arizona Blankenship, who's going to leave as one of the greatest to ever come through here and hopefully win another state championship herself here and lead her team to another one.
I think that's is that the first weekend in November, I believe, the state?
Yep, should be weekend after next.
Yes.
So a lot to look forward to there.
Her and Baird, he's having a great year.
He's having a great year. He is, and Annie Lewis has been 1-2 with Arizona most of the year, so that's a great 1-2 punch. And, in conference, we finished 5 out of the top 6.
Oh, man. I mean, it wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't. So that's just ridiculous stuff when you do that.
It was. And the Maroon Devil boys were only 3 points in second, 3 points behind the leader in second place.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a little longer than we thought it was going to be with Andreas here, and we're going to take a break and come back after they tend to him.
Fans, we're back with 7:17 to play. The Maroon Devils had a great defensive stand there, keeping Murphy off the scoreboard when we turned the ball over. Here comes Owen Medlin firing down the right sideline. It's going to be picked off. You can see that coming all the way from up here. Now Murphy is going to run it back, and they're going to score. Murphy takes it back on the interception. Over there is going to be Aiden Williams, and we got a flag down. Hold the phone. A flag down back in the defensive secondary. But when you saw that ball go in the air, Williams was basically the only guy with a shot at catching it. But let's see what the penalty is going to be back. If it's against the Bulldogs, obviously that's going to cost them a touchdown on this play. The pick six that the Maroon Devils had won earlier in the game. They're going to call it against the Maroon Devils. It's going to be kind of a block in the back call against the Maroon Devils. So
why is it not a touchdown?
I'm not sure what they're doing on the field right now. It's almost like
holding on Murphy?
It's like they're moving it back on Murphy, but they signaled it was against the Maroon Devils. But it's going to be against Murphy. The touchdown is off the board. Murphy is now at the 39-yard line. And a big, big break for the Maroon Devils. Wow. Here comes basically a misdirection, and Murphy gets back into the secondary again. And this time we bring him down at the 19-yard line. There's Colton Schuler down there. And another flag back upfield on a great run by Will Shore. And, Coach, I've got to believe this one's going to come back too.
Yeah, I think that's a hold. Looks like a hold on Murphy again, so they're going to go back. I said it in the opening quarter that the traditional thought process with Murphy is they're going to hold every play. That's what Coach White will tell you.
That's it.
And they're going to hold every play and get called on it maybe 4 or 5 times a game. And that's sort of been the case.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, that's the only way they're controlling some of our defensive linemen. That time I think it was Noah Brown that was held.
And, boy, this cost them a touchdown, and now they're all the way back at midfield. First down and roughly 20.
Well, the clock is not our friend.
No. And now they're going to run it, and all of a sudden they're into our secondary again. Man, that's the fullback this time again. That's going to be Leatherwood. And all of a sudden, Coach, every play they're into our secondary. And that is not a good sign with 6:14 to play. Murphy is looking at a second down this time and 4 at the Maroon Devil 33-yard line.
We're approaching 6 minutes to go. Murphy has 1 timeout left. We have 2. I'm not sure how much that matters at this juncture.
Yeah, it depends on if we can keep Murphy out the scoreboard here. Got a penalty flag down. I think there was motion.
Moved. I don't know who.
And are they going to?
That's going to be on us.
Yep, offside against the defense.
That'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. Nope, check that.
Oh, now they switch it to false start against Murphy after the line judge called offside against Swain. I think this time the referee overruled the line judge.
He's going to come in. They're going to talk about it again.
He is, because he threw the flag and pointed to Swain, talking about the guy over here on the sideline on the side judge.
Well, in volleyball, we'd do a replay. We just play it over. Offsides on both teams. Penalties canceled.
Yeah. Oh, boy, yeah. They've had to talk over a couple of penalties here on this in the last 5 minutes. And now let's see what they decide on. They're going to stay with a false start against Murphy. Now the Murphy fans are not happy. They have not been getting the good side of the penalty calls here in the fourth quarter. Murphy has already had this drive. The touchdown was nullified by a penalty, and they keep moving backwards. Now 2nd and 9. Dogs at the Maroon Devil 38-yard line. Split backs behind Grant. Turns and hands off. Here's Clem. Gets inside. There he goes. Another penalty flag. Another penalty flag.
It's Aiden Smiley got held this time.
So this one is coming back. Wow.
Stop holding.
Man alive.
Just stop holding. At some point,
This is almost comical, and it's obviously not funny to the Murphy fans.
I know they've got some pretty coarse language over here beside us, to be honest with you. They're not happy at all.
Block below the waist.
Block below the waist.
Yeah. So that cost him a first down that's, again, Clem had on that run, and this comes back to near midfield. Wow. Boy, the Murphy fans are hostile.
There's not many of them, though, so that's okay.
No, that's true. Going to spot it at the 47.
Probably not going to have any lynchings or anything like that getting out of hand over here.
They're in the lead by 10. Otherwise, there might be a lynching.
Yeah, there'd be some problems. Bulldogs ball back in their own territory now. They're going to let the play clock go all the way down. It's at 10 right now. He's watching it as he gets under center.
Yeah, Brady Grant will turn. Misdirection handoff. Kind of reverse over here. Again, here comes Will Shore. And Will Shore is very close to a first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, to be honest, another big gainer. There's probably a hold in there somewhere. They're just too embarrassed to call it for third straight down.
And the Murphy fans are cheering because there's no flag. I mean, that's kind of funny in itself. 3rd down and 1 now for the Bulldogs at the 30. But that's the first play in about 5 or 6. There wasn't a flag. We have seen more here in the fourth quarter than we've seen most of the game, actually. And they're letting the clock run. 3rd down and 1. The clock is in their favor. Now with 4:13 and counting, Maroon Devils trying to keep Murphy out of the end zone. And the quarterback runs for the first down at the 26-yard line, just runs up the A-gap. And now the Bulldogs can really play the clock and run it in their favor.
Big night for J.R. Carroll. Congratulations to him on the press box being named in his honor. Well deserved.
Yep.
Guy's been a cornerstone of this athletic program and this football program since 1983.
Yeah, long time.
And so kudos to him. Well deserved, as we say our congratulations to him and the Bulldogs with 3:40 and counting at this point. Just rooting for the Maroon Devils to keep them off the scoreboard.
That's it. Grant under center, split backs. He turns and hands off. It's going to be Clem again. Boy, is he hog-tied for a loss.
Skaggs again.
Yeah. Skaggs coming in there. And again, Insay Ufert.
Hunter Williamson also in on that tackle.
And coming back in the game is going to be Cisneros. And it's good to know that he looks okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a cramp and they've got that worked out. He's played a good game up front, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
He has.
All of those interior linemen have been just tremendous tonight. I don't know what the stats look like, but Murphy's had the ball way more than we have.
Oh, time of possession is
so
just
you're talking about
crazy.
The conference's best offense having the ball over 50 times in a game and only scoring 24 points. kudos to the defense.
Yeah, they've been playing their tails off. And this time, here comes the fullback, and he's in trouble.
Skaggs again.
And he gets nowhere again. Good work inside by Drew Skaggs.
Brown and Cicernos stacked that up. Skaggs finishes it off. Timeout, Maroon Devils.
So a break in the action. Fans, stay with us. We'll be back with 2:41 left to play. Back at Murphy High School here on the Maroon Devils Network. Murphy now with a 3rd down and 12. Clock showing only 2:41 to play. Our Maroon Devils right now playing for pride, trying to keep Murphy off the scoreboard on this drive with a man in motion. And they're going to actually pitch it to him on the jet sweep to the right side. And a good gainer down there for the Bulldogs, Ryan Payne. But still not enough for the first down. And
timeout, Maroon Devils. That'll be their 3rd and final with 2:32 left. Somebody's down on the play over there. Let's see, they're getting up, so that's a good sign. One of Murphy's linemen out in front blocking on that. I think that was Schuler on the tackle, Colton Schuler, but I'm not positive, so timeout.
Our defense has been on the field a long time tonight, so it's been tough. Fans, stay tuned. We've got more football coming up. Fans, welcome back here to Murphy High School. Final 2.5 minutes to play. Murphy looking at a 4th down and 6. And now the officials are talking something over right now at the line of scrimmage. Murphy has 1 timeout left. Our Maroon Devils have used all of ours.
And all the officials are being called in for conference here.
Not sure what this is about unless it's where the football is supposed to be spotted. They didn't move it, so it stays there, and now they all go back to their respective
corners.
Yeah. Go figure.
If they're riding home together tonight, it's going to be an interesting ride.
Yes. 4th down again. Bulldogs need about 6, almost 7. Grant back to throw, fires over the middle, got his man, and it's a touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting a touchdown in the end zone. This is Kenyon Nichols. And that's only Nichols' 5th catch of the whole year. And let's see if there's a penalty flag. We don't see one. Nope. But Nichols had plenty of space back there. And now the Bulldogs will actually, looks like they're going to line up and kick the extra point. Coming on again, it's going to be Jerry Bowie. And the Bulldogs now with a big lead. Now the PAT is going to be up.
Whoa.
And, boy, it barely got through the right upright. 31-14. Murphy scoring now with 2:27 to play. And the Maroon Devils, good effort tonight. But, again, Murphy, with that score, kind of puts the icing on the cake. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back here on the Maroon Devils Network. After the Murphy touchdown, the Bulldogs ready to kick it off as right now the Maroon Devils have Zeke Glaspie, Corey Stillwell, and Keontae Graham, the deep man here. And it's going to be kicked. Stillwell has his sights on it at the 15, back out to the 20, 25, 30. And a good return. The Maroon Devils will have the football. Here's a penalty flag coming in. Might be a late hit.
Sort of say it should be a late hit.
Yeah. Just a little bit
because there's
extra.
Like 8 of them down there.
Maroon Devils will have the football here with 2:19 left to play.
Face mask.
Oh, face mask against Murphy.
We've not seen that one tonight. That's a new one.
Yeah.
It went for 5 yards.
Oh, man. An unintended face mask. First down now for the Maroon Devils at the 37-yard line. Coming out wide to the right side is going to be Graham. Also, Zeke is over here on the slot on the right side. Owen back to throw. Fires left side. Going to be incomplete over there.
2 receivers in that pattern in the same spot. Owen kind of threaded the needle between both of them, and neither was able to catch it. We may have just run that play with 12 players on the field.
Oh, man. 2:14 left to play. That stopped the clock on the incomplete pass.
Nope, we didn't.
So now we're good to go. Again, twins on each side. We haven't seen that much tonight. Zeke goes in motion to the left side. That's where Owen's looking all the way. Fires over there, but it's going to be out of bounds. Trying to work the sideline and complete the pass and get out of bounds, but right now it's 3rd down and 10. And some of the Murphy fans are beginning to make their way toward the parking lot. Still 2:09 to play. And the Dogs up 31-14. Again, twins on each side for the Maroon Devils. Owen Medlin in the shotgun. He's going to actually get hit in the backfield. Got a penalty flag down, and that might have been another face mask.
Well, he got him high.
He did.
And then he gets his sack dance in. I didn't know that was legal in high school.
Yeah. That's 84 over there, Camden, Brazil.
They're going to call that, I don't know what they're going to call that. I'll just be honest.
Going to be interesting.
They're talking about it again.
That could be 2 penalties on one play.
Personal
There's a face
mask. Is it 5 or is it 10 or what is it? Oh, it is the 15 variety.
Yeah, first down Maroon Devils now, and still 2:03 to play.
Should have been a little something for the sack dance, I felt like.
Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike for sure. But no flag.
No, that's because the official who threw the flag had already walked off when he was doing his little gyrations there.
Yeah. I mean, they can do that in the NFL, but not at this level. First down and 10, Maroon Devils at the Murphy 48-yard line. Owen back to throw again, 4 receivers. Throws it long, and there is contact, but no flag.
Yep, there's a flag.
Oh, okay. I see it now. There is definitely contact back there.
It's a shame that's not a spot foul.
Yeah. Oh, that's inside the 15.
I know. Instead, it'll be 15 yards.
So, again, the penalties, we've had a bunch of them here in the 4th quarter.
Well, there has been a lot, but most of them have not been debatable, to be honest with you, from our point of view at least.
Yeah, no question.
It's obviously debatable from the Murphy point of view because their coaching staff down here is having a conniption fit. And I guess if it were reversed, I would too, but still, yeah, when you're seeing obvious holding and
that's what they call that one, a hold, as opposed to pass interference. Defensive holding call. Here comes pressure. Medlin gets it away, gets Zeke over here at the 30, at the 25, and he actually lost his footing down at the 23-yard line and slides down.
Good gain.
Yeah.
140 left in this one. It'd be great for the Maroon Devils to punch one in right here.
That's it.
In terms of just finishing off what has been a solid game from them, to be honest.
Yep, give us a little momentum going into next week's game on the road at Cherokee. Up at Ray Kinsland Stadium. Zeke in motion. Trips on the left side. Owen looking to that side all the way and throws it a little bit outside. But again, Zeke slipped on that grass.
That was Silas Stanberry.
Is that Silas?
Yeah, Zeke went deep.
And when the temperature goes down, the grass does get slick. And it's getting chilly.
2nd and 10.
Clock still with 1:26 to play. Maroon Devils got one man wide to the left side. He's not in the huddle, so that's Stillwell. Corey Stillwell over there to the left side with, looks like Silas Stanberry. Zeke over here in the slot on the right side. Now Owen looks to the right side and fires. Got his man on the sideline. That's Keontae Graham. So let's see where they're going to spot the football here.
First check the ground.
At the 15. Yeah, no flag, so it should be 3rd and 1. Maroon Devils at the Murphy 15. So now, clock 1:21 to play. In the backfield is going to be Rocky Barker. He's going to stay in and block. Here comes the blitz and pass over the middle, incomplete. Tried to get it to Corey Stillwell. So now 4th and 1. And the incomplete pass is stopping the clock, 1:17 to play. And again, Murphy up 31-14. But the Maroon Devils trying to get a first down here. Medlin in the shotgun. Trips on the left side, looking that way. Now firing, it's knocked down. He tried to throw it over there, but it's going to be knocked down. And that will end the Maroon Devil drive. And now Murphy will take over and run out the clock. But almost tried to throw it sidearm, and Murphy got a big paw on that pass and knocked it away.
Well, Swain has no timeouts left, so the Bulldogs, if they wish, can take a knee and run the clock out.
Yes. They can, that's it. They can be in the victory formation and run this one out. And the Bulldogs will have, yeah, it's going to be a victory formation. Yeah, they're just lining up, going to snap it and take a knee. So, no surprise there. And let's see, I think they have to snap it a couple more times maybe.
We're just at a minute now. It'll be 2 more. This one plus 1.
So fans, we'd like to remind you, coming up next week, we'll be at Cherokee. Our final road game before coming home with Madison and Robbinsville to end the regular season before the playoffs start. And the Maroon Devils kind of giving each other a pat on the back out there as they know.
They will not have to snap it again. That will do it.
That's it. And our final score here from Murphy, 31-14. Coaches will look at the final stats at some point, but time of possession here was big for Murphy in this game. It was just huge. Of course, penalties added up for the Murphy Bulldogs, especially here in the fourth quarter. They're not going to be happy with that, I'm sure, as they try to look ahead to their next game.
Well, I wonder who they've got next. Andrews? It's got to be Andrews or Hayesville.
Well, I can tell you here.
They've already played Robbinsville. And
Murphy has, after tonight, Andrews and Cherokee, and they're both here.
Wow.
So they'll be pretty big favorites, I would guess. But the Maroon Devils, again, a solid effort here tonight against, right now, the Murphy Bulldogs, who are 3-0 in conference play. Maroon Devils dropped to 0-3. Murphy improves to 7-1 overall. And again, they're going to be tough to beat here at home in the next 2 weeks.
No doubt about it. And the Maroon Devils looking to get back to Swain County Memorial and get a little home cooking themselves.
No question. Fans, thanks for watching and listening, and join us next time as we say good night. The final score again, Murphy winning 31-14 here on the Maroon Devils Network.